Excuse me, guys. Breaking news. Breaking news. Excuse me.
Sorry, we don't all have a fucking Escalade just tearing into the atmosphere.
Breaking news. Excuse me.
Breaking news.
Howard has admitted he has invented something else today.
Mm-hmm.
Caveman, New Jersey.
What's happening, shit dicks?
What's up?
Hey, man.
Hey, yo, fucking Howard just claimed that he invented MTV's Unplugged.
You're joking.
Dude,
now it's a joke, and you're just kidding, right?
Dude, I swear to Christ.
We like to break into the show when we find out the latest thing Howard has invented, and today it's Howard has invented MTV Unplugged. How is he pulling this one off there, Caveman?
He is the George Washington Carver of everything.
Huh?
Well, he said what he did was he had a group come on his show with an acoustic guitar, and then a week later MTV did it, and then every radio station did it.
He did not say this.
No,
he did not. He
invented.
At this point, he's a joke.
He stinks.
He's a joke of his former self.
Look, whether you...
I can't even keep track of all the inventions.
I don't know. Whether you like him or not,
I know last week
it's beyond that.
Was it last week he said that he invented best ofs?
Best ofs. Any type of best of that you hear.
Right.
Even though television had been calling it reruns for years.
Right.
Best of, well, whatever.
He invented jaywalking.
He invented that.
That Jay does.
Right.
I'm trying to remember all the ones.
Dude, you'll not... Wow, Whip 'em Out Wednesday.
Oh, yeah, he invented Wow.
Invented that.
He invented the Osbournes.
He invented the Osbournes. That was
reality television he invented.
He invented reality television. Reality television in general.
Syndication.
Reality TV, syndication, MTV Unplugged. Got to get all these down.
Polio vaccine.
What else?
That was Jonas Stern.
Oh, he invented breathing. That's right. Forgot about that.
Breathing. Walking upright.
Ooh,
tell him, Fred.
What else, Anthony? Walking upright.
There were so many.
Porn.
He invented porn?
Yeah, why not? He invented everything else.
I doubt it.
He did not say he invented MTV Unplugged.
MTV Unplugged. Acoustic acts. What did they do before electric guitars? Everything was acoustic. Everything was on Dylan in a fucking little club in the village. Was Dylan Unplugged.
Right. Dylan was the one that decided, you know what, I'm going to plug in.
Yeah,
you idiot.
Oh, my God. Enough already.
Let's say hi to Josh in D.C. Josh?
What's up, guys?
Hey, Josh.
Happy birthday, Bill Burr. He's now justifying the fact that he had Unplugged first by playing all these acoustic songs, all these acts that have come on the show already.
Oh, my God. People...
So he feels the need that he has to prove himself to all the listeners to prove that he's, the man that invented everything. Ooh.
Do you guys call him up when he starts down this road?
Yeah, doesn't anyone call him out on this shit?
And say, look, Howard, you're full of shit, you're delusional, you're losing your fucking mind, you can't...
I think he busies out his lines because you can't get through.
You can't be... well, our listeners get through all the time and drive them nuts.
Every time he claims he invents something, you try to dial in and it's just busy.
Well, this guy makes a great point, Fred from Jersey.
Ooh.
Howard actually copied Best of Carson. Carson's reruns used to be called that way back. Remember when Johnny would take a day off and there wasn't a guest host, it would be the Best of Carson. And it was clips of the best parts of his show.
Try to claim that he invented best ofs is just ridiculous.
Right, because reruns never occurred before him.
Wow.
All right, well, keep us informed. We'd like to keep a list of all the things Howard invented, supposedly. One more thing. Rich in Georgia. Go ahead.
Hey, trying to vindicate Georgia here, man, but you guys forgot a real important one.
Yeah.
He invented calling in shows.
He invented what?
Calling in shows, man. He's been calling them in for years. I'm actually from New York.
He means phoning it in.
Yeah, phoning it in, or, well, thank you, Georgia.
Punching out.
Oh, that's right. He also claimed that he invented, go ahead, Chris, I'll let you say it. Chris from PA.
The Everyone Hates Chris show, that Chris Rock show, he says that was his idea because of Howard Stern in the high school years.
Yeah, that's
right. He says that they stole that idea from him also.
That's right.
Holy shit,
I thought they stole it from the Wonder Years and Everybody Loves Raymond.
Yeah. Isn't it the Wonder Years?
Now he's claiming Chris Rock stole his life,
his idea, and now he says
stole his upbringing.
His ideas on the air.
People don't have time to listen to Howard. Howard is so paranoid. He thinks all these creative people are sitting back listening to Howard every morning so they could get their next idea. People don't have time.
Chris stole his childhood.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him, there wouldn't be a world, it seems like.
All right, thank you, sir. I forgot about that one. I got to add that to the list. The new Chris Rock show he invented. New Chris Rock show.
I am stunned.
All right, so getting back to this. Oh, you got the audio? Yeah, let's listen in on this.
Bands never, ever took an acoustic guitar, brought it in, and played on the radio.
Led Zeppelin 3.
We started doing it all the way back to NBC days.
Could you stop this?
DC 101.
And in DC...
I have at home Zeppelin playing on radio on the BBC.
Dude, stop. Back Alan Freed would have people come in and go, do up, do up, do up, do up, do up.
And the only reason these big acts would come in, especially in the early days, you know, and play acoustically is because they couldn't get all that equipment into a radio station.
Exactly.
Oh, my God, he's losing his fucking mind.
He's really going crazy, and I don't want to start feeling sorry for him.
It's getting close.
It's getting very close. When I start feeling bad for somebody, wow,
all right,
he's losing his fucking mind.
Let's listen a little more, and we'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Go ahead.
To NBC days.
DC 101.
And in DC 101 as well. And all of a sudden, you saw a burst of sudden genius, like on MTV. They started having artists in to do it, and then all the other radio stations started doing it. Today
MTV
it is...
built a whole series on
Shut up, you fucking hole!
It's so commonplace now to hear a guy come in with a guitar and play a stripped-down acoustic version. I'm telling you the truth. When I was on in Washington, D.C., it was never heard of. And I remember I used to receive such accolades because it occurred to me that people could come in with just a guitar.
He's officially a crazy old fuck. He is a crazy bastard. How do you go on and claim this? How do you claim that?
It's like buying a star.
It's just like buying a star. I have a certificate of authenticity on Unplugged acts, Robin. Tell him, Fred.
I invented buying stars.
Back in from the NBC days, DC 101, DC 101 days. Back when I was in Roosevelt. Woo-hoo.
Tell him, Fred. Fred ain't saying shit. He even knows you're delusional.
God.
Holy crap.
Well, he's losing his mind.
All right.
He understands.
He invented Unplugged now.
There is a lot of pressure.
I can't keep up with all his inventions.
With him going over to satellite, a lot of pressure.
Howard Einstein.
There's going to be a huge decrease in his audience size, and he's a little freaked out about it. And he's, right now, this is a man trying to justify his career. He's trying to justify his life and his career and give it some validation in his waning days. That's what he's doing. And now he's claiming ownership of MTV Unplugged and any Unplugged. Well, good luck, Howie.
Don't make us find examples of other performers playing Unplugged before you got into radio. I mean, this one's way too easy.
All of radio rips me off.
Of course, Howie. Of course. All right, Anthony, the GPS and the celebrities.
Mm-hmm.
So instead of the hot voice,
no one was thinking about celebrities doing GPS, Robin. Till me. I was actually in someone's car giving them directions. I said, turn right here. And somebody said, that's a great idea. Could you just be in my car all the time and talk and give me directions? I said, I'll tape it for you.
A lot of people are very pissed off at me right now, and I don't blame them, but I get a little excited. Plastic Man from Columbus, Ohio says it all. Thanks a lot, Opie. I just lost my fucking hearing. I just lose my mind when Robin talks on that show because she has absolutely nothing to add whatsoever.
You have to do your yelling way back here.
Yeah,
you have
I know.
to go like this and yell.
I know.
Yeah, that'll work.
But she drives me nuts because she has nothing. Absolutely nothing. She's the luckiest lady in broadcasting. And she should just shut up.
How many times does Scotzo have people on?
Well, you know what?
And play acoustically.
Why don't we get Black Earl on the phone?
Black Earl will know.
Maybe we'll bore the shit out of people with this, but we were lucky enough to work for a radio station called WNEW. One of the first rock stations in America they had an archive. Remember the archive?
It was a vault.
It was like a museum. Remember, they had the temperature had to be just right in there. It was a vault.
There were tapes, reel-to-reel tapes in there.
Reel-to-reel tapes going back to the 70s.
Yep.
Of bands performing for WNEW.
Yeah, acoustically and plugged in.
And guess what? There wasn't just a few.
No.
There were thousands of
these. It was a library.
At this point, they're trying to figure out what to do with all these tapes because it's just a gold mine. They don't know what to do with these tapes. It's in this weird room at WNEW. It's like a vault. It's like a bank vault. There's only like one or two keys. It's the temperature has to be just perfect. Earl.
Yo.
At WNEW, right?
Yeah.
That room that has all the archives of the bands coming in?
Yeah.
How many reel-to-reel tapes would you say are in that room?
Thousands.
Thousands, okay.
Thousands.
And how far back does it go?
I think as far back as 71, maybe?
71.
1971. And is it true, Earl, that these bands would perform for WNEW?
Oh, all the time. It was everywhere.
Would they perform electrically?
It depended. The tech setup usually was acoustic. It was easier to set up.
There you go. And Scotzo would talk with the artists, John Lennon and such, members of The Who, and maybe they would perform acoustically in the studio.
Yeah, they would play songs live in the studio. No, just a simple setup.
Wasn't there something called the WNEW Magic Ballroom or whatever it was called?
Yeah, yeah.
The Imaginary Ballroom?
The Imaginary Ballroom.
What happened during the WNEW Imaginary Ballroom?
The bands would play live.
This would be what year, Earl?
Wow. I mean, it's old as radio itself, practically.
Let's just, is it fair to say before 1980?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
See, we back up our shit with facts.
Fair to say around the times
with
of Bob
facts.
Hope.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you go back to WNEW AM...
Yeah. Yeah, well, we're just
in the olden days.
Well, we'll be fair. We know for a fact from, say, 1971 to at least 1980.
Yeah.
There were a lot of bands coming through WNEW playing live.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And you also got to remember in the days of AM, that was how the radio shows were done. The bands would play in the studio.
Yeah, they would come in the studio and play live. That's how it was done.
There's a bunch of frauds that work around Howard, too. They're all too scared to, bring it to his attention.
Howard,
that he's full of shit.
What does he say?
They all just sit there and kiss his ass and lick his asshole.
Earl, he just said, just moments ago, that he invented MTV Unplugged.
Because before him, no one was playing acoustically on his show.
Yeah, no one had an artist come on a radio show with an acoustic guitar and just play and sing on the radio like that. And after he did it, MTV ripped that off and started the MTV Unplugged.
But 80% of Led Zeppelin's third album was acoustic.
Acoustic.
Now he's just talking crazy.
We know that.
He's lost
That's
his
why
mind.
we like to back it up with facts.
Yeah, but the acoustic...
Do you have an example of some of the artists that played on WNEW?
Greg Lake.
Greg Lake from ELP.
Greg Lake from ELP. Patti Smith. Roger Daltrey.
Yeah.
Wait, Roger Daltrey actually played live at WNEW?
Yeah, he played it. They did an acoustic setup in the studio.
That's great.
Hey, can I play that clip again of Howard? Because we do back up our shit.
Yeah, listen to this, Earl.
Bands never, ever took an acoustic guitar, brought it in, and played on the radio. And we started doing it all the way back to NBC days.
DC 101.
And in DC 101 as well.
Tell him, Fred.
And all of a sudden you saw a burst of sudden genius, like on MTV. They started having artists in to do it, and then all the other radio stations started doing it. Today
MTV built a whole series, Unplugged, around it.
Yep, it is so commonplace now to hear a guy come in with a guitar and play a stripped-down acoustic version. I'm telling you the truth. When I was on in Washington, D.C., it was never heard of. And I remember I used to receive such accolades because it occurred to me that people could come in with just a guitar.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up!
He just lies openly to his listeners. And the people sitting around him know it's not true, but they're pussies. A bunch of fucking pussies.
Wow.
And that hole, what did she add there?
Nothing.
Again.
And guys, the other stations, other FM rock stations, were doing this across the country as well. I mean, K-Rock LA must have tons of tapes.
Yeah, but K-Rock LA, we're being fair since Howard started broadcasting.
Yeah.
K-Rock LA was after Howard started broadcasting, right?
Probably, yeah.
So, I mean, we have a good example, WNEW. We all worked there. We saw the vault. It's sick how unbelievable this thing is. They got all sorts of very, very rare recordings. They should do something with that. They still don't know what to do. They should just hand it over to a record company and let them figure it out. And all these bands were coming through WNEW and playing acoustically, including Roger Daltrey.
So, I mean...
Yeah, hey guys, remember the BBC sessions too, going back to at least 1966. If memory serves, didn't Led Zeppelin release an entire album of stuff they did live on the BBC?
I got that.
Fucking incredible.
I got that. And then we got Ben in the studio. WBCN was doing the exact same thing back in the day.
They had Aerosmith doing that stuff in like 1973 when their first album came out.
Aerosmith, BCN, acoustic.
Bruce Springsteen at BCN when they were on the top of the Peru and Born to Run was out, like 1975. I mean, BCN was back from they started in 68, like NEW.
No one. You heard him. No one ever. No one ever, never took an acoustic guitar. Ever. He's
the biggest fraud in radio, and people have to start figuring that out and realizing that.
They just kept making acoustic instruments for some reason, but no one was using them.
Another one, Boston, 1976, their first album came out. They did a thing with BCN when I remember that with like Hitch a Ride was acoustic back then. All BCN has all those old tapes too.
But he realized that a guy could just come in with an acoustic. He realized that he could just come in with an acoustic guitar.
Look, he's lost his mind. He's lost his mind.
What do you think they have a tambourine for?
Huh?
That's for the drummer when they come in and
right.
shit's going to be too loud.
Earl?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. You just proved our point, which is making Bloodfart very, very annoyed today. Bloodfart.
What's up, gentlemen?
Hey, how are you?
I'm okay. I'm actually absolutely a huge fan of the show. And
Bloodfart, you're not being honest, because I know what you're going to say. You're going to say, why bring Stern up every day? Do we bring up Stern every day?
Well, for the most part,
do we bring up Stern every day?
You're preaching the choir, Ope.
I know, but we don't bring. But you guys exaggerate with your shit, and it's getting annoying.
First of all,
we don't bring up Stern every day.
And secondly,
the other issue some of the fans on Whackbag had was we're spending too much time talking about the assault on the media. That's not true either. Okay. So keep it between the lines. We don't bring them up every day.
It's not every day. It's whenever something like this comes up, some bit of hypocrisy that no one seems to want to point out, that this jackass is going on the air and just bullshitting on a daily basis. And we want to take the opportunity when it does happen to point it out, to show people that the guy's a fucking fraud. What's the problem with that?
Yeah, Bloodfart, he's been getting away with murder, and there's a lot at stake here as he moves to satellite radio.
To who?
Yeah.
To whom? Maybe to the brand new audience on DirecTV that has no clue who we are and was just going past the channels and went, who are these guys?
Okay.
Maybe it's not always about you, Bloodfart.
It is all about you, boys. I love you. Later.
All right. Thank you.
He's on the message board. Attack.
No.
Attack Bloodfart. You know what, by the way?
I like some of his posts.
I'm banning him.
No, I like Bloodfart. I really do.
And
I like him. No, stop.
Next time, he is banned.
All right, good. That's the way to handle that, I think.
Bill, any problem with what was just done there?
No.
I think you handled that perfectly, okay? It's just that we have to point this stuff out. You know, Howard tried to beat us up when we first came to New York. It never happened. It never will happen. And as we move forward, now that we don't work for the same fucking company, and where he could strong-arm us with the big bosses behind the scenes, now this is what we do. Now we point it out every single day if we have to.
That's how it works.
And if you don't like it, listen to something else.
Elton John released an entire album in 1970 that was recorded from a session on the old station in New York City with Dave Herman hosting. It was all acoustic.
In 1956, Buddy Holly went into radio stations throughout the Midwest and performed his songs on acoustic guitar.
Yeah, there's so many examples.
And if you know anything about, I guess it would be called semantics officially, Howard is lying so bad that he has to point out that I am telling the truth. As soon as you have to tell someone you're telling the truth,
I'm telling the truth.
You don't even feel good about what you're saying.
I'm telling the truth. Because because he knows.
How
that
come
the,
Bill
mail
isn't saying
comes in.
shit? Is he afraid of not having a spot on Howie's show after you guys self-destruct?
Comics never like bad-mouthing anybody
And
with
that's
the
fine.
show.
I never got
even
into
Jimmy,
a battle with
even
him.
Jimmy
That's
Norton.
like when Rogan came in and he trashed
Mencia.
Carlos.
Yeah, I don't know Carlos.
We understand. We see you sitting there just like Jimmy Norton did.
We have a lot
He
of
did the same
anger
thing.
that built up for many years because of this fucking prick. He's a fraud. He's been getting away with murder for many, many years, so we will point this out every chance we get now.
Fucking
no
with
problem.
us behind the scenes in
No
corporate,
fucking
so
problem.
screw him.
Jackass really just called me out there.
Certainly did.
Thought I could just sit here, let you
Ride
guys
out the
froth
storm.
at the mouth,
It's all right.
as I do every other day.
And make sure you call Howard and remind him that he did not invent this. It'll drive him nuts.
Everyone knows.
It'll drive him nuts again.
David Lee Roth is the future, anyway, of radio. So
Of course. We're all scared of David Lee Roth. He'll be the next one we're scared of. Ouch. All right, why don't we take a break?